Hey, Steady Steve, please like and subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon. Click on subscribe. It's 100% free. Blood in, blood out. And don't forget to click on the notifications just so you don't miss any amazing content. This particular video is from the Men Only channel. Middle-ish. In the middle-ish, it's got one legendary speaker. Lots of fun. Definitely worth waiting for. Let's go.
Damn, someone took my bitch.
Welcome back, fellas. In today's video, we're talking about a story that has everyone talking. High-value man refuses to pay for date's food as her plan backfired. What happens when a woman tries to test a man's character, only to have the tables turned on her? Stick around as we dive into this situation, break down what went wrong, and why it's sparking such strong opinions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Let's get into it.
If you're talking to a guy, this is how you're going to make him obsessed with you. I got my degree in psychology, and I'm telling you this works. I've done it many, many times. Everyone does the same thing, okay? You're going to text a guy, it's going to be like, good morning, and then you talk throughout the day, you get to know each other, and then it's good night. And everybody does that. So guys are so used to that, to the point where it's like, you're not differentiated between that girl and that girl and that girl. Like, what's so special about you? I want you to look at this guy like he's your guy best friend, because most of the time, and I know you've heard this before, that a lot of guy best friends end up falling for their girl best friend because it's just such like a real, authentic friendship that turns into like, oh yeah, like he ended up falling for me type of situation. And why is that so typical? Because you are yourself and you don't care what he thinks, and you can tease him, and you can have him be himself without having to feel so like an act, like it's a show. So in order to treat this guy like he's your guy best friend without actually doing that, like it's like your guy best friend that you flirt with, you need to send more audios, and you need to also call throughout the week, but not like 2 hours at a time. Like I'm talking like, oh, this just reminded me of you, like so he can hear your voice, it's more connected, and he'll be so caught off guard because like what girl does that? It's like breaking his routine, but kind of also not being the girl that everybody else talks to. All in all, the whole goal here is you are standing out by doing all these things that nobody else does. So you are going to be the person he looks forward to talking to because you're stimulating him. You're doing something that he's just not used to. So when he sees you send an audio or like a FaceTime, like he sees like you're calling him, he's gonna be like, what the hell? Like, how is she so bold? Like usually I'm the one to do that. And when that goes away, when you stop calling him, when you stop texting him and sending him audios, he's gonna miss that feeling of like, damn, like I was hearing her voice and like she was so confident and we had this connection and la 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 la. It's like non-comparable. It's like, oh, I text all these other girls, it's kind of boring. And before you hit me with, I am not that bold, I'm not that confident, you are the confidence that you radiate. Bye.
Let me tell you a secret. Show interest.
I don't know, before the speaker gets in, I think what she's kind of saying is, listen, if you strip back all the bullshit, if you just be legit about who you are and don't get rid of all the expectations, you're not expecting your best friend to kind of finance your lifestyle. I said it in many other videos. You're not expecting a friend to do anything other than just be genuine, upfront, and good fun, good company. And if you're both on that path, then doesn't that sound like good fun to be? You know what I mean? If you manage to find that best friend that that you enjoy sleeping with, then that's utopia. That is true love. I'm actually writing a story, but it'll be published in the future. Man meets girl, they get on, they enjoy the naughty time together. The end is going to be like about a 3-pager. I'll pad it out though.
That's how you get him. Stop playing games. Because here's the thing. What starts with games ends with games. If you're out here playing hard to get, pretending you're not interested, or making him chase with no real intention, don't be surprised when he eventually gives up and walks away. Men want genuine connection, not just a chase. They're not going to stick around forever if they feel like they're just part of some game. It's really that simple. If you show him you're serious and that you're in it for the long haul, you'll get the same in return. Stop treating relationships like a game and start showing him you're invested in the future. That's how you get him to stop playing the field and start focusing on you. So if you're tired of wondering why he's not chasing anymore, or why things feel so unsure, check your own actions. Men want consistency, they want trust, and they want someone who's not afraid to show up and stay. So be real, show interest, and you'll see that same energy come back your way.
Not to sound like a pick-me or anything, but
Yeah, just before we go on though, also listen, ladies, if you're a little bit confused, if you're with somebody who's a game player, then that's the red flag you don't ignore. And that's what we're trying to say. When men spot game players and who they're trying to date, somebody's just trying to use them in order to have like expensive dinners, something beyond the reasonable, you can see right through it. And it's toxic. And I'm not trying to say it's not toxic both ways. So be the best person that you can be. Just be legit, be upfront, and be honest in terms of your presentation, aka be yourself. And if that is toxic, then, good luck. Do your best. But you're going to struggle. And any guy who's like that, they should obviously struggle too. But that's it. It's just really as simple or as complicated as that. Let's go.
I'm not gonna ever be one of those girls that's like, oh, I don't need a man. I need one. Just anyone, of course. A good one. Do you know how happy and how easy a good man can make your life? Why would I not need one of those? Like, what?
Here's the thing. Good men are out here. They really are. But it seems like some women just don't take them seriously. It's like they're playing games while the men are out here trying to build something real. Men are ready to commit, to be loyal, to build a life with someone. But women keep passing them up for the bad boys, the ones who don't offer anything long-term. And why? Because they're exciting. They're the thrill, the challenge. But at the end of the day, they're not the ones sticking around when things get tough. But the good men? They're the ones who will be there when the excitement dies down, when you need support, or when life gets hard. They won't leave. They'll help you grow. They're just looking for the same commitment in return. But that's where it all falls apart. It's not that men are hard.
Just a second. If you look at how slow, how slow she's driving, she's like literally kind of, yeah, I'm going to be in a car, I'm going to be moving, all that. If you see how slow she's driving, she's probably driving about 1 mile an hour. That's the first. I think she must have an automatic. That is kind of, yeah, 1, 2 miles an hour. But basically about walking pace. Anyway, let's go.
Fine. It's that women aren't recognizing the value of the good ones when they're standing right in front of them. Instead of appreciating them for their consistency, loyalty, and emotional maturity, some women are too busy chasing after the wrong type of guy. Here's the reality. If you want a man to stay, you've got to show him that you're worth his time. A relationship isn't just about the chase or the spark. It's about the long haul. So stop playing games and start taking things seriously. Good men are out here, but they're not going to stick around for long if you keep overlooking them.
This is the level of respect women have for men. Listen to
Okay, so this is the legendary speaker that's coming up in just a second. But going back to the lady that's just gone, I don't believe it's legit. She's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. She's in those kind of top brackets. I think she's just doing it for exposure on social media. And yeah, let's hope that she's not overlooking the good guys in search of something which is crazy. Because gorgeous or not, the body clock is real. You know what I mean? So she should be utilizing all that kind of gorgeousness in order to kind of lock down her man. You know what I mean? She's got a massive talent pool to choose from and not wasting her time and going through it. That's what she should be doing. And let's hope she's not kind of lamenting it when she's past that wall, you know, the fertility wall, you know, about what could have been. And more than that, let's hope that she's not on on social media trying to lead other people astray. But anyway, full attention for this guy here. He knows what he's talking about. Let's go.
We'll come back to it.
Seriously, Matt.
I'm not selling the car.
Yes, you are selling a car. I already told you. It's either.
But before we get to him, what he talks about is in relation to this sketch. I've seen it a few times now. I'm 99.999% certain this whole sketch is the biggest bag of bullshit in the world. It's just nonsense. She throws her ring out there. You know how much a ring costs? Thousands. Okay. Oh, you just run your ring out there. Then you kind of like, you know, like audio capture, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Where you kind of you speak about what's just happened. Now, if somebody throws a $1,000 item that you own out the window, how calmly would you be talking? How calmly would that conversation go? Because whatever you're going to invest in a wedding ring is going to be relative to your income. Let's say, was it like a couple of paychecks? So no matter, even if you're very, very wealthy, which these guys may not be, but the average person won't be. Somebody throws out the window an item which is of considerable valuable to the person who bought it, which is going to be the man. It could be 2 rings, or 1 or 2 rings, engagement wedding ring. How calm would it? Anyway, it's all bullshit. But anyway, the commentary is very interesting, very funny. Let's go.
Car or our family? Because I'm pretty much over it. Yes, I'm pretty much.
You're literally making 0 cents right now.
Matt, I am 1,000% serious that the more I think about it, it just pisses me off about how much money we spent on that car, or how much money we could be saving if we got rid of your car. I told you, it's me or your car.
Okay, that's not a real
Okay, well, you
thing.
choose.
Are you being serious?
Yes,
right now?
I'm dead serious.
We're not selling the car. There's
Yeah.
no reason to sell the car.
Okay, whatever.
What are you talking about? What are you doing? Did you really just throw that out there?
Yes. Don't pull over.
Did you really just throw your ring out there?
Yes.
I don't care. Why the hell would you throw it out the window?
Because you're making me angry. I already told you it's me in the car and you're not deciding. All right, well, don't bother shopping because I don't want to wear it.
I don't care if you don't want to wear it.
Again, somebody just thrown your ring, the thousands of dollar expensive ring that you just found. Okay, yeah, I ain't gonna bother trying to find it. In fact, I'm just gonna continue this conversation in a more or less slightly angry way. You know what I mean? This bullshit. Anyway, let's go.
The ring.
Why?
What are you
Just
talking
leave it
about?
there. It's fine. I don't want to wear it anymore.
Okay, well, you don't want to wear it. What are you talking about?
Well, you made me mad, so no, I don't want to wear it.
So you throw out your ring?
Yes, I don't want to wear it
Because you got
anymore.
mad?
Yes.
The level of selfishness women have for men. The level of selfishness and respect. She threw it out of the window just like this. She doesn't care about your feeling. She doesn't care about the family. She's not loyal to you, not to her family, not to even her own fucking blood children. This is how they are. They're only loyal to their emotions. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't want him to be happy. Women are selfish. If you listen to the video, it wasn't mentioned that, you know what, he wasn't a provider, he didn't have food on the table, or he wasn't fucking giving her a roof above her head because he's happy he bought the car. Let's say now, flip the table upside down and let's say he did it to her. He bought her a car. Do you think she'll react this way? If he bought her an expensive bag, 10,000, 20,000, whatever the price of the car, do you think she will react this way? She wouldn't react this way. She will replace you just like this. Either me or the car. They are selfish creatures. All they care about themselves. All they care about themselves. They don't care about anyone's feeling. They don't care about what's going on around them. They don't care what's happening. All they care about themselves. If that was bought for her, I promise you she wouldn't react this way. How about the money she spent on her hair? How about the money she spent on her nails? How about the money she spent on her makeup to make up for the lack of aesthetics? Because they don't feel good about themselves. They don't love themselves and they feel they are ugly. They're not pretty enough. So they buy makeup to make make up for the lack of aesthetic. How about all those money spent on her? Why it's not an issue when she spent money on herself? We had two different things. It's not much of a price, but if you put it all together, if you add it, it would be hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. But when a man buy himself something, he's selfish. When he buy himself something, well, you don't care about the family. On the video, it wasn't mentioned. If you guys listen to it, it wasn't mentioned anything about not having food on the table or no roof above her head, or he's not doing enough for the family. Women, all they care about themselves. They are selfish creatures. To some of you guys, you think you know your wife. To some of you guys don't understand what's happening. You guys don't know what's going on. Women will replace you just like this. Always listen to rule number 5. Will save you. Never get attached to any woman. Rule number 5, never ever get attached to any woman. She will replace you in a heartbeat. She will leave you dumb ass. You see, she threw the ring out of the window. All the emotion, all the feeling he had, she didn't care. It's all about her. Either me or the car. She meant either me or the family or your car. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't care about the ring and how much he spent for it. She doesn't care. All this relationship thrown out of the window just like this. A moment of anger, a moment of fucking nastiness. They are cold. She doesn't care about him. Guys, women don't care about your fucking struggle. They don't care about your feeling. They don't care what's happening in your head. They don't care about you. They are selfish. All they care about themselves. All they care about how much you do for them, how much you provide, how much you do, so much. I'll give you the biggest example. This is two separate things, but I want to talk about it. When a woman cheats on a man, this is an example. She claims it's his fault. I cheated because of you. I cheated on you because of you. You didn't show me enough love. You weren't there when I need you the most. You didn't do much. She tried to deflect it on him. Because of you, the guy gave me more. The guy gave me what you couldn't give me. I'm sorry, he caught me on my vulnerable side. He got me on my vulnerability. This is the problem. Women will never admit. Women live in denial, and this is the problem. This is why, to some of you men who believe that you know your wife very well, you guys don't understand. You are just a fucking item. She can replace you at any time. You are replaceable. Always remember, you are replaceable. No matter what happened in her life, it's always your fault. No matter what's happening and what she's feeling, it's always your fault. Your fault she's feeling this way. Your fault she's not feeling beautiful because you didn't show her enough love. Your fault she's feel like low because you didn't boost her fucking self-esteem. It's always the man's fault. She's trying to deflect all her problem on the man. Because of you, I'm doing this. Because of you, I'm feeling this way. Because of you, I don't love myself. Because of you, I'm doing so much work to myself. Because of you. But always remember, women will always replace you, guys. You are replaceable. She will replace you. She will leave your dumb ass at any time, at any moment. She threw the ring out of the window, and she didn't give a fuck about him or the ring or the child behind her in the back. Because if she really cared about the child, if she really cares about him and about the relationship, she will never ever react this way. But this is to show you guys, they all the same. All women the same. Not all majority of women. 90% of women exactly the same. They might not look the same. They might not act the same. They all have the same mindset. Guys, be prepared. Be prepared. She's not yours. She's not yours. She's only yours for the time being. She will always leave you dumb ass. This world is cold and cruel, guys. And to survive this world, you have to be a monster. And when you become a monster, you control the monster part. You know why you control the monster part? To protect your heart. So you always have to be strong. You have to be a monster. You have to be a strong person to be able to cope. No matter what comes your way, no matter what hit you and what slap is coming your way, to be able to handle it. And this is the reality about the world we live in today, guys.
Here's the thing. Women in America...
I've got to jump in first because otherwise I will forget. Yeah, this is too funny. Listen, I think that sketch is a big bag of bullshit. But if I was going to say it was serious or just take it on the events as they presented, then I'll probably be inclined to agree with my man here. I don't know about being a monster, but we're definitely expendable. We're definitely replaceable. You know what I mean? I say, you don't just throw just £1,000 item. I mean, she wouldn't have paid for it. So that would be doubly maddening, and he didn't get mad at all. You know what I mean? So it's just a bag of bullshit. It's just a bag of bullshit. But yeah, she wasn't thinking ahead and about the impact on the family. She wasn't thinking about how much money she spends on beauty products. Like you said, that's going to be many multi thousands of pounds. Carries on. It's amazing how after lockdown, no matter how hard times were, people still got their nails done. You know what I mean? It's just all a bag of bullshit. Yeah, you made so many absolutely amazing points and did it in a funny kind of upfront way. So I don't know about being a monster though, but yeah, just know where you stand on things. Just always be on point. Always have your insurance policy. You've got to be your own insurance policy, guys. So you've got to have that money saved up for a rainy day. I work in homelessness. Your relationship breaks down. Guess who's moving out? Even if it's your home, guess who's likely moving out? One phone call to emergency services, guess who they're going to believe? You know what I mean? So this is what we're up against. I'm not saying being a monster, but just got to plan ahead. I think that's what he means. Anyway, let's go.
Have completely lost their minds. And you know what? Us men are done. Imagine this. She throws her husband's wedding ring out the window. Not just any ring, but one he probably spent a lot of hard-earned money on. That's not just disrespect. That's a complete dismissal of the man, their marriage, and everything it stands for. If I were him, I'd tell her right there, it's over, and leave her to walk home. Actions have consequences. This kind of behavior isn't about love or respect, it's about control. And when they realize they can't control you, they'll try to destroy you. That's why you can't entertain this kind of toxic behavior. You have to let them go. Period. Let's not forget how some women even use kids as leverage in relationships, weaponizing their own family to get their way. And here's the kicker. They'll never pull this with a masculine man who sets firm boundaries. No, they go after simps because simps don't push back. Simps let it slide. Masculine men aren't falling for these games anymore. They're walking away, and can you really blame them? If someone doesn't respect you or your marriage, why stay? Respect yourself enough to say, enough is enough. Stay strong, kings.
Can I give you the real tea? Just really quick. The woman who has it all will struggle the most in dating. I don't think people realize how much of dating for many people is about leverage and ego. I'm gonna use some tropes, but we've probably all seen them before. The super successful athlete dates someone who is incredibly stunning, but maybe not that financially resourced. That's also why you see extremely successful corporate men also dating women who have a little bit more of a conservative look to them. In the example of the athlete, there's still validation in being with a stunning, gorgeous woman, but the ego is not threatened because she's financially reliant on him. Similarly, for the very successful man in corporate, he can show off his partner to the MDs at his job or the partners at his law firm. He gets that validation, but she doesn't elicit a ton of attention. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying this is law. I'm just saying a lot of people operate from a place of validation and ego. That leaves a woman who's both extremely gorgeous and also financially independent in a very difficult place. There's a lot of validation, but it's not an ease of ego. And the real reality is that a lot of men grossly underestimate very attractive women. I think some people enter into a situation or dynamic with an expectation that this might just be easy or fun with low expectations. And then when someone is financially independent and smart and interesting and attractive, that is a very difficult thing to sort of align yourself with. So to all of my brilliant, beautiful baddies, stay strong out there. It is difficult, but it is not you.
Here's the thing. The women who
Wow, there was absolutely no substance. I was just listening to it, just trying to follow what the argument was. It's just assertion. I think she could have just made that one line. As the more money that you make, it's not you, it's them, and you're a baddie. I think that was it. Everything else was just bullshit. But if I was going to kind of flesh it out in any way whatsoever, if you there's no reason for listen. If a man, I put it this way, it's easier to kind of understand it when it's kind of flipped to the reverse. Right? So if a man came up to you and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm an investment bank. I've got a shit ton of money. I've got a lot of money. I've got a lot of money." Is that brash and kind of like off-putting in some way? What I'm really thinking is in the reverse. Why would he even know that she's got a ton of money? Why would she even know? I mean, how does it even enter into conversation? Because he's got to be from her inference. He's got to know how much money she's making in order to be put off by it, and he's never going to know that unless she told him. So why would she kind of announce it with her? And if you're going to go around being braggalicious like that, like I said with the male example, it's just kind of what's this silly game you're trying to play? You know what I mean? And then you get into this kind of a one-upsmanship. You know, it's just stupid. Or it just reveals a deep insecurity. I think the speaker talks about it in a minute. If you feel like you need to be a try hard and just kind of put that kind of flag in the air, because deep inside you don't think you're worthy or something like that, then you're also probably fragile. Anyway, it can take a lot to kind of break your little ego or something like that. I don't really get it, but there's definitely something about beyond being successful. Because when is success ever a bad thing? There's definitely something beyond that. Which is leading to her lack of success because she is gorgeous. I did a video similar, which may touch on similar areas where there's women. There's a great video actually. I just released it a few days ago. Why wealthy women just tend to be single, and I think it's due to expectations. I think it's due to wanting somebody at least on the same level as them or kind of on a higher income, and sometimes there's substantially higher income. And so just when looking at the percentages of people within those bands, you're talking about 1% or a fraction of 1%, which in itself explains why 99% of women are single. And that's before you even look about whether they're good company and whether they're gorgeous and their intrinsic values, and whether they're the right side of the body clock and all the other things, and straight and all that kind of stuff. It's tough. Needs to be focused. You need to be good people. You need to be the person that you want to meet. And sometimes it really is that simple, that good company attracts good people. And that's that's an amazing start. Anyway, let's go forward.
have it all. The career, the independence, the lifestyle. Often seem to think no one is good enough for them. They operate from this place of unrealistic expectations, like they're holding out for some fantasy partner that checks every single box on their impossible list. And you know what? That kind of attitude doesn't make them high value. It makes them arrogant. It's one thing to have standards, but it's another to look down on everyone because they don't match some imaginary perfection. Here's the harsh reality. When you spend all your energy focusing on what's wrong with everyone else, you never develop the traits that actually make you a good partner. Things like empathy, humility, and compromise. Relationships aren't just about ticking off a checklist. They're about building something together, and that takes effort from both sides. So, to those women who think they're too good for everyone, Maybe take a step back and ask yourself, are you really looking for a partner, or are you just looking for someone to serve your ego? Because at the end of the day, a good relationship isn't about having it all. It's about giving it your all. Food for thought.
To all the ladies wondering where
One other thing I want to mention is she made a comment about her perception of men and what they're looking for. You're not going to be looking for the lowest denominator of man. That's not the example. So if you identify a particular group and say that particular group is not functioning well and not making good decisions, obviously those are not the ones you want to have a long-term relationship with. Really is that simple. But men are also doing that same thing. And it's definitely if men put you in that gold digger, and if men put you in that kind of not good company to be around, you know what I mean, and that kind of mercenary kind of approach to things, and obviously then nobody wants a relationship with that. Anyway, let's go.
have all the good men gone? Why aren't men asking us out? Why aren't they wifing us up? Why are they done and walking away? Well, ladies, here's your answer.
Here's the thing. Men aren't interested anymore. And honestly, can you blame them? Women today seem to have this laundry list of requirements for dating. House, car, six-figure salary, and it's like, if you don't check every box, you're not even worth a conversation. But here's the kicker. Even if a guy meets those requirements, what does he get in return? Drama, manipulation, and chaos. It's like peace and quiet are no longer part of the deal. And for what? A free ride where the man does all the heavy lifting while she thrives off his hard work? Marriage used to be a partnership, but these days, the risks for men far outweigh the benefits. You're risking your sanity, your peace, and your finances, things you've worked hard to protect. And let's be real, if the main attraction is someone who brings more drama than value, why would any man sign up for that? So, to the guys out there, staying single isn't just an option anymore. It's a way to protect your peace, your sanity, and your wallet. The old saying goes, happy wife, happy life. But maybe it's time to change that to stay single, stay sane. Take care of yourselves, kings. Peace is priceless.
Hold on, Stacey. Listen, guys out there. Listen, I'm sick of this message. I'm sick of this. Are straight men interested in women? Are straight men interested in women? Yes or no? That doesn't mean you don't ever take some time out. But the alphas out there, do you think the alpha men out there are taking? Oh no, I can't really cope with the dating market as it is. Or do you kind of just man up and kind of focus on getting yourself to where you need to be and focused on changing plans so maybe you're going to meet them in the club? Listen, just look to self, optimize yourself first, focus on that, and focus on being ready for your partner. I can't stand this kind of like weakness, hiding in the corner with yourself in your four walls and probably, I don't know, some corn or something, like however you get yourself by. That's not the mentality I'm trying to kind of put out there at all. I'm trying to give you solutions, and I'm trying to avoid people getting drawn into excuses for the greater good. It's easy, and I know I'll get more subscribers by just saying, yeah, don't you worry about it. It's never us. It's always them. That's not a man. That's not a masculine mentality. We're winners. Very good, very good. I really enjoyed that video, especially that one in the middle. I say his reaction. I think the safe FT can go talking about she doesn't care. You got to be a monster. I loved it, man. I'm not saying I agree with everybody and every word that every speaker says, but obviously he's speaking a lot of truth. It's just way too funny to me anyway, and it's definitely good food for thought. I think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Please like, subscribe. Daddy Steve, and I am out.